Now we're officially recording. It is so good to see everybody on the screen tonight. This is a really important session. Talking about jump starting our district growth is critical for what's going on in the world right now. We need to ensure that everybody has this opportunity to understand how we can grow, how we can develop new clubs, how we can get things started and do it quickly. We're seeing this in so many parts of the U.S. right now, so many parts of the world, in fact, and we know we can do it. So we just have to keep focused on the prize, which is to continue to grow our membership from the grassroots level, from the ground up. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to have some great ideas. I know Tracy's going to offer a lot of great ideas for everybody today, too. Maybe? I think so. She's in the front lines. We need to make sure that we support her efforts here and continue to keep her very, very busy. That should be our special end goal at the end of the day, is to keep Tracy Gray way too busy. But that's good. That's a good thing, right?
That works for me.
Yeah. And we got to thank Just Brian for taking the lead on this initiative. I couldn't be more happy to have someone like Brian who's able to motivate the troops and get everybody focused on the prize again. And new growth is where we need to be, right, Brian?
I'm looking for jobs anyway, and I got time now. So absolutely, VP Mark.
And we've got an amazing team that's doing so much communication through social media, getting the word out on what's going on and sharing the success stories out there. That's a big part of this effort too, because we need to make sure that our Lions are seeing and hearing from their peers on what's going on out in the field, what kind of successes they're having in recruiting new members and starting new clubs and getting this thing going. So very, very exciting time. We're looking at the fourth quarter of our Lions year. This is a really, really critical time, right? It's a busy time, but we're ready. We're charged up. We've got a great message to talk about. We've got a great product, of course. We're talking about providing more humanitarian service right in our own communities, making a difference in everything we do. So very, very important time for all of us.
Thank you, VP Mark. And we have 81 days left until the end of the year. So this is the time to get motivated. This is the time to go. I also want to say thank you so much to our constitutional area leader, Pat Vanette. She's on here again. She's got to be averaging a couple of Zooms a day. All of the area leaders are on here. It's so great to be able to see you all. Everybody is working hard. And I want to say hello. I want to say welcome. You awesome district governor-elects and soon-to-be district governor-elects and you second vice district governor Lyon leaders. I want to say thank you for being here, and I want to say welcome to another Lions USA Growth Initiative for Constitutional Area 1. This is in regards to new club development, and we got to start getting proud of Lions USA. We got to take things by the handle. We got to grip things by the horn, and we just got to continue to move forward the rest of this year, and we got to gear up for next year too. So I want to start by simply saying thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for everything that everybody on this call has done and what you continue to do for your districts, for your clubs, and for the people in the communities that we serve. What an opportunity that you are giving people. And I want to say thank you for stepping up to be a leader. This has been a year of building. It's been a year of regrowing and reimagining. And your dedication, your energy, and your belief in the power that Lions have has kept the fire burning across our entire constitutional area. We need to create that spark, and that's what you guys are doing. You've inspired your teams, you've lifted your members, and you are moving mountains. And we're so grateful for your leadership, our energy, your motivation. It's got to continue to stay high. That's part of what your job is going to be this year, next year, the year after, and for all the times is to keeping things motivated. And that's what we've got to be able to do. So now, here we are. We're in the final stretch. Like I said, we got 81 days left, and that's plenty of time. We need to start up more clubs, and that's what we're going to be focusing on here. We're going to give you new ideas. We're going to focus on some of that low-hanging fruit so we can work hard at being a positive in CA1, which we have not been done for a long time. And I'm here to tell you, we are not done yet. In fact, the best part might still be ahead for us. In fact, I know the best part is ahead for us. We've got momentum. We've got passion. And yes, we've still got time to finish strong and build new clubs. That's going to light our way forward. And that's going to gear us up and keep that momentum going for next year. Keep our momentum for the summit. Everywhere I've gone, and I'm telling you, every weekend we're gone somewhere, and you guys are hearing it too, and I know it. I've heard stories. I've heard stories of districts that have not started up clubs in decades, and they're working on them now. Every place I have gone to in the last 2 months, they've been starting up clubs in districts that have not done it in a long time, and we forgot how to do that, but we're starting to remember. It's like riding a bicycle. You just got to get out there and try it. We're trying to change our past culture, and I can feel it, and I hope you can feel it too. I know you can. It takes a long time to change that culture. This year, we have it started. Give us your thoughts inside the comment too. If you feel it, let me hear the vibes. Let me hear that you're feeling it. Now, we're going to call on every single district to take on the International President's 2-Club Challenge. This is coming from First Vice President AP Singh, and I want to make sure that all of you are aware of this. We're going to talk about this for a moment, but it's very important. I want to take a moment to talk about this. The 2-Club Challenge. First, if you've started a new club in your district this year, or last year, please put that in the chat. If you've started up a district, and if your district has started one up, put it in the chat that you have one coming or you know one is coming last year or this year. I want to see how many of you have done that. Also, district governor-elects, if you started and you had your name on the extension as one of the 2 extension people for starting up clubs, and if you started one last year or this year, I want you to put something in the chat so that you're proud of it and people know that you've done it. And again, you could do 2 last year, 1 this year, 2 this year. That's going to get you to accomplish the 2-Club Challenge, and you'll be able to walk across the stage in Orlando. I promised AP Singh that we would work at getting more of them to cross the stage in Orlando. Our incoming international president, AP Singh, he's laid out a powerful challenge specifically for the first vice district governors. That's you, district governor-elects. Start up new clubs this year, last year, and if you do, you're going to be honored across the stage. So we're going to be able to celebrate that across the world, your courage, your commitment to growth. Now, I want to ask you this too, that you can put in the chat. If you are a DGE or a first VDG and you've already started up a new club, again, make sure you put that in the chat. And if you haven't, but if you believe that you can still get those 2 clubs started up and can achieve the 2-Club Challenge before the end of the year, I want you to drop your name in there too. So let's put it out there. Let's declare it. You've got time and you've got support. I want to see many district governor-elects step across the stage who have fulfilled this challenge, and that's what's going to make Lions USA proud. Now, I also want to speak honestly, and I want to be very upfront on this too for a moment, especially to my fellow leaders here in CA1. I know that our culture is a little bit different than other constitutional areas. I know we're not in this for the spotlight. We're not in this for the glory. We're in it for the impact. I know we care about starting clubs in our district, and we don't necessarily care who gets the credit for it. And that's the mindset. That's the humility. That's servant leadership is exactly what makes constitutional areas so strong. We just want to get out there as a team and start up clubs. And with that said, I also want to make it very clear. You don't put your name on a club charter unless you've earned it. You don't put your name as an extension person unless you've earned it, unless you've truly done the work to support it, to build it, inspire it, motivate it, whatever it is, because that's what real leadership looks like. This challenge isn't about the numbers. It's about ownership. It's about pride. It's about legacy. It's about regrowing Constitutional Area 1 with quality, long-term members and getting that growth and the power back into Constitutional Area 1. We're long overdue in doing that. And right now, you have a chance to step up. You have a chance to take a lead and create something new that will serve for years and years to come. This is the time. Let's rise to the challenge together. Are you with me? If you're with me, put yes, we're with you in the chat. Okay? Let's do it together. So let's do it together. And if you're wondering where to start, where do we, Brian, we only got 81 days left. How are we going to start up clubs? Let's talk about some exciting, proven ideas that are already working for Lions across North America, okay? We're going to give some testimonials out here. We're going to talk we're going to talk about traditional clubs. Yes, they still work. And in many areas, they're exactly what's needed. These tried and true clubs bring people together around community service and legacy. So we're going to have special guests talking about that. We're going to have special guests talking about the Join Together program. This is designed to support districts like yours in launching new clubs right now today, with the support and the tools already in place with current organizations that are out there. Get it done quickly and effectively, and these are very quick ways to start up clubs. And then, how about this? We're going to talk about Service Carnivals. They're fun. And do we like fun? Yes, we do. They're impactful. And they get your attention. They get the community's attention. Hosting a Service Carnival is a brilliant way to introduce Lions to a community. Show them who we are. Recruit new members in the process. It's hands-on, high energy and high reward. So we're going to call these the low-hanging fruit. Ideas that are ready for you to pick up and run with. You've got 81 days. That's a long time. You could probably start up 2 or 3. I know you can. You don't have to start from scratch. You just have to build a team. You just have to say yes to the opportunity and put it into motion. So tonight is your chance. Connect. Tonight is your chance to brainstorm. Tonight is your chance to take action, ask questions. We're going to have a panel coming in a little bit. Ask any questions you want, your fears, what you're successful in, what you think will work, but let's be positive. You're going to hear from your peers who are doing it. See what's working. Lead with new tools and renewed sense of purpose. That's what we want you to leave with. Bring your questions, bring your passion, bring your ideas, and get ready to be inspired by the vision of our incoming International President, AP Singh. So let's come together with purpose, passion, and possibility, okay? And let's finish this year with a roar. It's about jump-starting with our new clubs. Are you with us? Put it in the box. We're not just asking to try our best, and let's get proud of CA1 for our return to growth and power again. That's what we want to be able to do. That's what we want to be able to take a look at. So I'm going to share a message with our incoming International President, AP Singh. And I want you to listen and hear how proud he is of CA1 and the motivation that he has for each and every one of us. Let me get this started and see how it works.
This organization has grown from 1917, when we chartered or when we set up the first club in your great country. And you took this message to the rest of the world. You grew it in various states of USA. You then extended to Canada. And then you started extending and spreading this message across the entire world. It came to my country only in 1956. Once again, when an extension chairperson came from the state of Pennsylvania. And that's how the story of Lionism, of Lions Clubs International began in India. But the point is, it's always been anchored in USA. You are the mother country of this association. The association has grown and the principles have been established in USA, and we are so proud of it. We are so grateful and thankful that you have packaged this concept of serving our communities so very well and given the entire world. And at this point of time, it is important to take a little look and find what is our current status, because we are the world's #1 service club organization, the world's #1 service club organization, and we want it to continue to be the world's #1 service organization. And as we are saying, the service is all provided by the members through the Lions clubs. So more members basically means more service, and no members means no service. If on some day, and God forbid, and I pray that that day will never come, that we have no members. We may have great literature, and we may have great mission, and we may have great words that we've coined and everything that we've put in there. But if there are no members, there's going to be no association, and there's going to be no service to the communities, either locally or globally. If we love this organization, we love wearing this pin, we wear this pin with pride. Through wearing this pin, we declare to the entire world that we are members of this association, where our care and concern is not limited to our biological families. We are responsible citizens of our own countries. Then we need to make sure that the story of service continues. And if the story of service has to continue, we need more members. We need more clubs. We need to start more club branches. And in some parts of the world, if membership has been declining, we have to focus on it even more before decline becomes so strong and that the gravitational pull totally goes out of our own control. We need to take stock of things. We need to take responsibility. You take responsibility in your club, in your district, in your multiple district, in your state. And I take responsibility in my club, in my state, in my country. I mean, we all have to share this responsibility and work. And that's the task cut out for the leaders. That's especially the task cut out for the district governors. And sometimes the district governors say, and I respect what they say, I understand exactly what they're saying, we are going to focus on service in our districts. Fine, you are expected to and required to focus on service in your districts, but not service for just 1 year. If you have to focus on service in your districts, you have to be focusing on what the levels of service would be 5 and 7 and 10 years later. If membership does not grow, if membership continues to decline, it's but natural that those levels of service will continue to drop. So if we are proud of this organization and we want this story of service to go on, as leaders, it is service to the association which becomes important. As leaders, it becomes our responsibility to be able to create an environment of growth, to be able to invite younger members from different communities, different ethnic backgrounds, anybody who has a heart to serve, give them that space, show them what this organization is, and make this organization grow so that we can continue to serve more effectively. That's what Mission 1.5 is. I hope and I trust this is going to be a great meeting for you. I also trust that the first vice district governors, the district governors-elect are preparing for a great year ahead. But remember, also work to finish this year strong. If we finish this year strong, we'll have the foundation to grow the momentum right from the beginning of the next year. Wish you all the best. Wishing also the second vice district governors all the best. You are leaders in the making. You will change the trend that can be changed. You will be the ones who are going to pull the graph upwards in your constitutional area, starting with your club, with your zone, with your region, with your district. And we are going to make it happen. I wish you all the best. I look forward to the opportunities of working closely with you. Please allow me to work alongside with you. Next year, it shall be a matter of pride and privilege for me. Thank you and wish you all the best.
Isn't that great? I'm telling you, you heard the motivation of Vice President Mark Lyon. You heard the motivation of AP Singh, and it's going to be a great couple of years coming up here. And as AP said, we need to change the trend. We're feeling it. We're feeling that change. We're feeling that pendulum swinging. We're seeing that paradigm shift that's happening. And we all got to jump on board to be able to do that. This is a team effort. You guys need to help. Get your teams together. Do multiple teams within our district. So what we're going to talk about tonight, we're talking about your jump starting district growth. We gave you our welcome. We gave you the push to start up new clubs. We're going to talk about the 3 ways in order to start up a club. The traditional way, the join together, and the service carnival, as I said before. We're also going to give a great testimony of people that have already started up clubs as well. Then we're going to have a chat discussion. Where can you start a new club? Where can you start a new club by June 15th? Because we want to make sure we can get them in and start them this year. And then so we can get ready to start another one for next year. And we're going to have Ask the Experts on a Q&A session as well. So let me go back one. So I want to start out by the push to start up new clubs. It's been a huge success, like I've said, in different parts of the country and actually in all parts of the country. So we have, excuse me, a special guest. We have District Governor-elect Karen Jackson, and she's going to speak on the West Point Lions Club extension efforts. And others from our extension team that may be on the call as well. We have Cal Loster, immediate past District Governor Dave Melichek, Keith Burge, president of the sponsoring club. So we're going to turn it over to you, Karen. Tell us all about your experience in starting up these great clubs and the joy that you had in doing it.
Thank you so much. I feel very honored to be on this call and to share our story. And you know, it truly is a story, and it came to a collaboration of what did we want to say on tonight. So 30 years ago, I was a charter member of the John C. Fremont Lions Club in Nebraska. Not long after that, I married and moved to Tekamah, and our district hadn't started a new club since. About 2 years ago, multiple district GAT David Wentworth asked for names of towns to be potential targets for new Lion clubs. And that motivated me to start the ball rolling. And Pat Van Ed, who's on here tonight, visited Nebraska at this precise moment and said to me, Karen, the worst thing you can do is do nothing at all. So with the support of District Governor Dave Melichek, we set foot in the community of West Point, Nebraska. And joining me was GMT Cal Loster, and we got to work. We set up an appointment with a friend who is a banker in West Point. And after talking about the benefits of having a club, we asked for the names of the movers and shakers in town. And we left Steve, and we came out with 31 names. We started walking Main Street, doing cold calls, and then later we renamed them as warm chats. Each name led to more names, and as we progressed, Cal would make phone calls and send emails to set up appointments. Daily reports were printed after every effort to communicate with the governor and the extension team. And this is the approach we used. Hi, we are Lions, Cal from Wahoo and Karen from Tekamah. We wanted to establish local ties. We are starting a Lions Club in West Point, and we would like to ask you a couple questions. What do you know about the Lions organization? And then we gave them a brief overview of the organization through the Hello brochure and that we left with them with contact information to reach us later. And then we asked them, who do you know that has a passion to serve others? And that provided us with more names and information. So then we said, what are the needs in West Point that are not being met by other organizations, churches, and schools? And that developed the project list for the new charter club. We would be remiss in not inviting you to be a charter member. And that was our key statement. We didn't ask them to join. We asked them to be invited and to consider being a charter member. How do you see yourself being a West Point Lyon member? And that really put them in the frame of mind that they're already joining. So, we had to ask ourselves what really worked over this extension. But talking with people face to face was the best way because they saw and felt our passion. Making profiles on all our referral cards worked extremely well, so we could track when someone talked with them, who actually did, and their response. It was a great way to track follow-ups and to weed out the hard no's. The local radio station interviewed us right away, and Doug joined. And then the newspaper put an article on the front page announcing our progress of starting the new club. The gal who interviewed us joined, as well as the editor's wife. The local newspaper and radio were our best friends, and this worked extremely well throughout the year. They were very generous and supportive with many advertising spots on the projects that we were doing, showing the community that we really were demonstrating our motto, we serve. The extension took 1 year to complete. We were proactive in keeping the flame alive with the ones who had signed up. We conducted 3 projects before it chartered. They collected food items in a church parking lot, and a fun Halloween trunk and treat recruitment effort was held at a local grocery store parking lot. And then we partnered up with Dollar General with a toy and sock collection drive in their store. We also hosted a meet and greet at Pizza Hut, attracting prospective members and keeping our current members plugged in as we continued recruiting. Another thing that worked, Cal and I were in constant communication, so we were able to stay on top of a project that took longer than either one of us had hoped. We were also fortunate to get help and support from several district officers, and after securing a sponsoring club, getting help from their members too. It's best to recruit in pairs. You are a team, and one can pick up where the other one drops off. And remember that 3 is too many. It's overpowering. So you guys ask, what was hard? Dealing with disappointment. If you ask 10 people, it's likely 1 will say yes. Set goals for getting no's. Make a game out of this philosophy, and you will find your yeses much quicker. And our takeaway from completing this extension was the most important thing is to start. Just do it, as the ad slogan says, and they're right. Don't listen to the people who tell you you can't or shouldn't, or it shouldn't be done. And there's another old saying, if you think you can or you think you can't, either way, you're right. So it's important to keep positive people in your bubble. Set a schedule and stick to it. We found people started expecting us to be in town, and we really became part of this community, which helped build the momentum. Oh, and did I mention, don't give up? And that's it.
Karen, that is awesome. That is absolutely, what a great inspiration that
Thank
you've
you.
got. And most important thing is you got to start. Now, I don't know if you started up a second club yet. Do you think you have potential of getting another club started up as a district governor-elect to be able to get that 2-club challenge?
Absolutely, we can do this.
Awesome! And that's a fact, Jack.
Yes.
That I think that is great, Karen, because when we were at district governor-elect school in St. Charles,
Yeah,
we
that's
had
right.
0 district governor-elects that would qualify for that. And I want to see constitutional ones send some across the stage. But again, you got to do the work. You got to get out there and do it. And you can do it in teams. And that's what your statement was, Karen. That's great. Congratulations to you, to the Lions of Nebraska. Don't stop, don't give up. I love that mentality.
Thank you.
Thank you, Karen, for joining us. Next, we're going to talk about some traditional clubs. You know, this is a great way to do it. And when you're looking at that low-hanging fruit we've been talking about, take a look at those branches that are out there in your district currently. If you got some branch clubs out there, if they got 10 members already, push them a little bit. Maybe they don't want to grow, but if you push them a little bit and say, look, each member bring in another club, that gets us 20. Let's make this into a full-fledged club. You can be a charter member of that club, which would be something great to be a part of. So we're going to bring together here probably one of the best salespeople I know. This is a guy that has fired me up every time I've listened to him. So do we have Lynn Grabow? Are you on yet? We got him around?
He is
We're looking-
here. He's just unmuting right now.
Awesome. Lynn, I hope you're doing well, man.
I am doing just fine.
Good.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. Tell us about your tactics and how you do it. You make it so simple.
Well, I think because of my background, I visit with people well, but I'm really passionate about what Lions can do for communities. And I feel really fortunate that last year we were able to, charter 3 new clubs, which was a stretch, but we got it done. The last club, actually, I didn't start chartering it till the 1st of June. And I was on my way to this community, and I took my pickup and my camper with, and I parked my camper in their small town campground, and I worked Main Street, and in 4 days, we had 27 applications to charter a brand new club. And one of the guys that had put a chat on earlier said, where do I go to start a new club? Who do I talk to? And what I did in this small community is basically went to the grocery store, and I like to go to small businesses because these people are positive people, and they're trying to keep their business going, so they got to be fun and positive. So I went to the grocery store and said, we're in the process of canvassing your town to start a Lions Club. And this young couple said, what's that? So I told them what a Lions Club is. It's a service organization that makes our main streets and our communities better by making businesses work together and promoting each other. So I actually use this hello brochure. It is the best tool Lions has ever put out. And if you go through this brochure, it is an elevator speech within itself. And I basically opened up the brochure and just went through the 4 boxes in the middle. And if you do that, you've set the hook already. And truly what I was able to do was explain to them what Lions Clubs can do. And I always have a couple questions for them. And I would say, do you want your kids and grandkids to come back here and raise their families? What is your dream for your community? What does your community need for the future that it doesn't have now? And Lions can probably help you get that dream fulfilled. Another one is, what is your passion? What does your community need? And people need to tell you so that you can help them through a Lions Club to get what they want. Every one of the people I talk to, I would go through the whole presentation. It just takes 5 minutes with this brochure. It is so cool. And when I would get done, I would ask them, is there any reason you can't be a Lion today? 80% of the time they said, absolutely. What do I have to do? And then I would talk a little bit about dues and the membership fee. And so they're aware of what's going on with being a Lions member. And then I would say, okay, here's the rule. This is Lynn's rule. For you to be a Lion, you need to be fun and positive. And who do you want beside you in your Lions Club? as a charter member, who do you want in your community that's fun and positive, that you can join hands with and make your community better and better and better? And everybody I talked to generally gave me 2 or 3 names. One small town, the banker in town, she said, Lynn, I can't become a member because I just remarried and I promised my new husband I couldn't join an organization. She gave me 25 names. So people are, if they're passionate about their community, they're going to give you fun and positive people as partners in the new Lions Club. And it just flat out works. This brochure is, like I said, one of the best things Lions has ever put together, because it describes Lions as an organization, and you can do it in 5 minutes. And truly, it is fun if you sit down with the people and explain what Lions can do for them and their community.
Lynn, that's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. You've given us great ideas. I loved hearing you went into a place in June and had one going yet that year. That's fat. We can do it. We can all do it. Let's just get out there and do it.
Well, and Brian, it is so possible. And truly, like you said, never give up, start now. And what I would love to see, I would love to see us finish strong, but I would love to see lots of seeds planted so that our first quarter can be better than our fourth. And next year we're ahead of the game and not chasing the game.
That's great, Lynn. And I'm going to give you all a little hint now too. At the end of this month, we're going to get together people who have started up clubs for the last 6 years, and we're going to ask for a quick start next year. We want you to finish them up this year, but we
Perfect.
also want you to work to know how to do it, to get a fast start in that first quarter. We got to do that rather than waiting to the end of the year. Awesome, Lynn. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Next, we're going to bring on, we're going to talk about the Join Together program. This is a great story, you guys. This is, again, some of that low-hanging fruit with some of the asset mapping you can do. Let me bring on Jay Norby. Jay?
Good evening, Lions. Tonight, I want to talk to you a little bit about the Join Together program. This is a partnership that encourages community-based charitable organizations to join with us, the Lions Club International family, by starting a new Lions Club. I'm going to give you a prime example of what we did in our district. Our district governor just happened to be attending an awards program for the community, and this, what is called Jacob's Voice, it's a 501c3, was up there on stage getting an award for what they do. And so she had a brief conversation with them, asked them about what their volunteers do when they're not working with Jacob's Voice. And they said, well, you know, they just kind of hang out, do whatever. So we met on a Monday morning with half of their board. We talked to them about what a Join Together program could do for them, that we needed 15 new members minimum, that the new member fee, no matter how many we got, was $300 flat rate. And so we talked to them. We told them about insurance, what we could provide for the volunteers, the family contacts that we have through Lions in our district and in our multiple. So they said, okay. They said, why don't you come to our board meeting? And it just so happens after the board meeting, they were having a volunteer meeting with all the people. Okay. So as you said, we don't go alone. 2 of us showed up. We sat down. We let them go through their board meeting. We then started talking to their volunteers. Well, from the day we met with the board, 10 days later, we met with the crew, the volunteers. We walked out of there that night with 27 signed, paid applications. Now, we do something unique, maybe or maybe not. You know, we ask for 1 year's dues whenever we sign up a new club. That way we know we have them for 1 year. And so by getting them not having to pay every 3 months or 6 months, that they're there and they're engaged and involved and they're part of us. Now we go flash forward to charter night. We chartered 50 Lions, all underneath the Join Together. Now, if you figure 50 times $35, Do the math. I think it comes out to what, $1,750. We got those 50 members for 300. It is an awesome program. But I will tell you, we're working on 2 others right now. And so when you're looking at these 501c3s, look for organizations that need and have volunteers. That's what you're going after, because you're going to have the 501c3, and in our case, it's called Jacob's Voice. And then we have the Lions Club, which is called Jacob's Crew. It just so happens that their board meeting meets at 6 o'clock on a Wednesday night, and at 7 o'clock, the crew meets right after that, or the Lions Club. Now, all of their board members are Lions members, but only 2 of their board serve as officers in the club. Their volunteers run their meetings. They come up with their ideas. They've done 3 or 4 fundraisers already. They're working on a couple of service projects right now that they're going to get going. And so by getting them engaged and talking to their club president last week, he said, one of the greatest things that you've done for us is you gave us a purpose to meet in the wintertime, so that they do primarily most of their work in the summer, but now they get to come together once a month, have fun, eat. Of course, we all know what the Lions motto is: we serve. Does everybody know what the unofficial motto is? If you feed them, they will come. It works every time, trust me. Every time you put a meal on, you will attract people. So, but going back to Join Together, look at it, then, target what you're going to go after, research, find out what they do, why they're doing it, who they are trying to reach. Then make the contact. We try to get in with the board, at least an officer of some kind of the board. Then we do a presentation and discussion, generally with the board first. Then we go after the volunteers. But by then, we have a pretty good idea what they're looking for from us. So again, we get in there, and sometimes, in this case, it took us, a whole month and a half, and we had 50 new members. We're working on right now. We've been working on it for almost 2 months. We are getting awfully close to getting those 15 members, and we're working on another one. But again, I've been asked the question, how can you do this? I don't. In our district, we have a team of 10 people that are on our GET team. I'm just the chair of our GET team. I spread the wealth. I give people different jobs. I can tell you, one of the clubs that we just started, I went to one of their meetings. We had a whole team that went out and talked to them. So, we spread the wealth. We have lots of people that are involved, and some of them are new, but we have followed the Lynn Grabow approach that we go into a town, we go to the cafe or the bank or the grocery store. We are currently working on a community right now. They don't have a grocery store. They don't have a cafe. They did have a bank. So we took it another step, and we went and met with the city council. We're going back next Monday to pick up 10 applications from city council members and other people that attend the city council member or meetings to join. So again, when you're looking at Join Together, look at those 501c3s, but make sure that they're a group that have volunteers, because they're the ones you're targeting, because it's going to be 2 groups. You're going to have the 501c3, then you're going to have the Lions Club, which is a 501c4. 2 separate entities working together. And if you're really lucky, and I know we're working on one right now in another district, I just got off the phone with him just shortly before this meeting. They were asking, does it work to have the board meeting or the 501c3 meet at one time and then bring the Lions Club in afterwards? That's perfect. I mean, it's just one night. And yes, for the 501c3, it gets to be a little long because you're sitting through a 1-hour meeting at a 501c3 and then going to another 1-hour meeting with the 501c4. But because the 501c3 is so engaged to make sure the 501c4 is doing what they want them to do, because when you look at Join Together, it's also a specialty club. They usually have one goal in mind, to help support that 501c3. But if you look at it through their lenses, their eyes, you'll find out that there are a lot of 501c3s out there that are desperate for this kind of deal. And the insurance that Lions Club International provides for liability insurance, we have found in at least 2 cases that we're working at right now, this is a deal breaker, because those people did not have coverage other than their own personal liability insurance when they were helping the 501c3. So, yep, it is an awesome, awesome, awesome way to find clubs. And I will tell you that if you need help, I am available by Zoom, phone call, email. I'll do whatever it takes to help you. I just got done working with a group in Oregon, and I'm working Oregon. They haven't gone anywhere.
Oregon.
Yeah, I should know that. I got relatives out there. Holy mackerel, I'm in trouble. And one down south. So again, I will help you any way I can. So when you're out there looking at these 501c3s, talk to them. Find out if they have volunteers. Because if they do, you've got a club in the making. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay. I noticed that you have like a sunbeam coming down on you. I don't know if it's that sunbeam coming down on you, or if you are just glowing because of the great clubs that your district is doing and the great team that you guys are doing and starting up all the clubs in your district.
Well, if I could grow hair, it wouldn't be so bad.
Awesome, Jay. Thank you very much. So, everybody, that's just another way, low-hanging fruit. Those organizations are out there. You just got to start and you just got to do it. Thank you, Jay. That's a great story. Next, I want to bring up, this is a great concept. Listen to this one, everybody. We have Daniel Marnie Elkins. The great Daniel Marnie Elkins. He doesn't have a sunbeam coming down on him, but I can see the glow coming off of him. But he has a great story to tell, and I know you got helpers to help you out, Daniel. Tell us all about it, man.
Absolutely. Can we see a video first? Is it possible to see the video from?
Absolutely. Let me share it. Bear with me.
Seeing is believing, and you got to see this to believe this. This is one of, I think, the best ways to simply reach for the low-hanging fruit of creating a club.
Here we go.
We are here at the Lyon Service Carnival. This carnival started when we are brainstorming how can we bring Lyon to a community where there's no Lion and Leo club.
We invite all the residents here to come and participate. At the same time, we provide a lot of free service like medical. We also engage doctors to come and support us.
When they come, we have the opportunity to show them our service, our work, and we'll tell them what Lyon is all about. We have booth promoting LCF, our foundation, peace poster contact, vision, environment, hunger relief, childhood cancer, and many more.
这个活动这么多考的，真的是可以把很多的一些服务，一些很有意义的服务带去我的社区。
Once they get interested about Lions, we will invite them to an information session. We will tell them what Lions Club doing in a detailed way, what is the process of forming a club, and how can the club set up in a new community.
Any club can have the service carnival. We, as a Lion, we need to reach out. We have to open our arms and hands to welcome them to know us. 就是因为这个狮子会的服务嘉年华，我认识了狮子会，而我自己也创立了自己的狮子会。
Wow. Tell us about this game changer, Daniel.
All right. So, just Lyon Brian talked about leading with purpose, passion, and possibilities. Well, a service carnival can lead us to partnerships, progress, and planting the seeds of potential. Imagine this: Lions in libraries, not roaring, but reading, not prowling, but the planting the seeds of service in young minds. It's where leadership meets literacy and community meets curiosity. We're not just starting clubs, we're sparking stories, shaping futures, and strengthening service through story time, STEM sessions, and service learning Saturdays. We are taking our service to the people. And that's the concept of a certain service carnival. Can you identify a place and a community in which there's not a Lions Club or which a Lions Club need to be rebuilt? And can you find a local agency like a library or a community center or a place where you can gather to have a community event? And can you bring a carnival of service there? But, you know, these are all great ideas. Jody, can we get a district governor elect up on a call and let's just make it happen? Let's show how easy it is.
I
I
got
have
you a
been-
second vice district governor or a first vice district governor elect. There's Tony.
Okay. Hello, Lyon Tony.
Hi.
So we are going to plan a service carnival. I'm going to show you how easy it is, and then we're going to start the process that will end up with a new club in your district. How does that sound?
I'm really excited.
Okay, awesome. So the very first thing you need to do is go to lionsvirtual.org. That's where all of the Lion Virtual AI apps exist. And you can see on the screen, there it is. And then you click on Lion Serve to Grow. So Serve to Grow is the app that allows you and teaches you how to partner with local libraries and community organizations to create a service carnival. This is 1, 2, 3, click. All right, let's start with, we could say, teach me how to use you, help me locate a library near me, help me write an outreach letter to a library, or create an action plan for a service carnival. Let's just jump right in. Where are you located, sir?
I am in Windsor, Wisconsin.
Windsor, Wisconsin. And is there a town in your district that you would like to add a club to?
Let's add a club to the north side of Madison.
All right, north side of Madison, Wisconsin. Here we go. All I have to do is put in your location. And then what this is going to do, it's going to search the surrounding areas to find a good location that would be suitable for a service carnival to outreach. Okay, based on your location on the north side of Madison, Wisconsin, here are several nearby entries. So the Lakeview Library, that has meeting rooms, study spaces, and various community events, the Hawthorne Library, Central Library. So and if those libraries aren't suitable, here are some community centers. So let's just pick one. Which one of the three would you like?
Oh, heck, let's just do the Hawthorne Library. Let's try that.
Okay, Hawthorne Library is what we're going to do. So then we're going to put and say, all right, create action plan, because we've got a plan. We want to put in a service carnival that will lead to raising awareness about Lionism in a new community. And we said Hawthorne, you said? Create action plan for Hawthorne Library. Sir, and realistically, you got 81 days left. Do you think you could plan a service carnival in the next 40 days?
Well, I don't know. I've never planned one before, so I still not sure how to make one, but I
Well,
can do anything.
I promise you that you can. Okay, and the timeline will be 40 days, right? Here we go. Here's a 40-day action plan for organizing a Lions Service Carnival at Hawthorne Library. This plan includes goals, action steps, responsibilities, resources, and timelines based on the templates that have been provided. So the area of focus is service activities, leadership development, and custom goal of community engagement through a carnival. Here's your goal statement: host a community-focused service carnival at the Hawthorne Library to introduce programs, promote volunteerism, engage families and youth, and explore future collaboration. In other words, maybe a community-based Leo club. Or maybe you can start to do Lions Quest at the libraries on Saturday as a program. So if you look here, here is the action step. Contact Hawthorne Library to propose event and request a meeting. Responsible party, required resources, and start date and due date. So all we have to do is then start by reaching out. Then you schedule a meeting. You begin to form a planning committee, finalize event themes, develop a budget, and you see it gives you every step. But this, of course, is just the beginning because it teaches you how to assess it and how to make alterations. So I can also help draft the outreach email. Draft outreach email. Well, and then here you go. And it even puts in their email for you at the top. It says, I hope this message finds you well. My name is, Tony, and I'm reaching out on behalf of Lions of Wisconsin and an organization dedicated to community service, youth leadership development, and health and wellness initiatives. We're interested in partnering with Hawthorne Library to host a Lions Service Carnival, a free family-friendly event designed to engage community members in fun, interactive service booths and highlight volunteer opportunities, youth programs like Leo clubs, and educational tools like Lions Quest. And then it begins to suggest some ideas, right? And within this, it even puts in your timeline of here's how we're going to get to it. So you now have the idea of where you're going to start. And I'm going back just to a new chat, right? So let's just say design booth ideas for Service Carnival. Activities that, what's the average age of Lion that comes out and volunteers for you?
Oh, in our district, it's very young. It's somewhere around 75.
Okay. Activities that senior citizens can easily do. This is an important thing because you can have a great idea for an event, but then you have activities that nobody is capable of doing. Senior-friendly service booth ideas for a service carnival, cards of kindness stations, crafts for a cause, story corner and legacy and booth, paint a smile table, pen pal program. These are all great ideas that would engage the community. So
now, a question, a thing that we've got all these wonderful ideas here. Now we do have some members that are really, really young and they're way in their 40s or 50s. Can we add to this? Can we ask it to give us some other suggestions?
Absolutely. What are the type of things you think your community would be interested in?
Well, more of us like younger people that can do other things that can relate to the younger population. Because what we're finding, of course, is that a lot of us Lions are older, but we need those young 40 and 50-year-old whippersnappers to get involved. And that's what would really help to grow the Lions in our area.
All right, add in things that young people will like and make them interested in service. Make it fun and not boring. I think I added enough exclamation points. Every exclamation point you add, ChatGPT goes to the next level of idea, or at least that's what I like to tell myself. All right, here's fun and engaging youth service ideas. Service challenge, spin a wheel. Mini service task, blindfolded vision options, 60-second shout outs, record a quick video about a cause you care about, or a thank you to first responders, graffiti for good wall, feed the need sandwich line, an escape room for good. You see, these are the types of ideas that I think will engage members. So the point is, you had an idea and you asked if it could add it, and it added it into that basis. And the reality is, when we talk about chartering clubs, Tony, can I ask you a question? Just line to line. Did you join Lions to go knock on doors and ask people to join Lions?
No.
No. Why did you join?
They fed me.
They joined because they said, hey, food. Listen, if you paid attention to earlier presentation, food, feed them and they will come. But honestly, you joined to serve your community, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. So let's return to our roots. And remember that service equals membership. And that it's sometimes getting people to want to join Lions is a simple matter of getting them to experience the joy of being able to serve as a Lion. And that's the idea behind the Service Carnival. And listen, sir, reach out. I want to help you plan that. You know, now that the over 180 plus people have seen you say there's going to be a service carnival in Hawthorne, I think we need to make it happen. So whatever help you need to make it happen, sir, let me know. And let's add a club to Wisconsin and make it as an example for that everyone else can do the same. Sound like a plan?
You got it. We're
All right.
there.
Excellent. Back to you, sir.
Gotta find my unmute. Daniel, that was awesome. I'm hearing comments. Here's one of the comments. I love this idea. It's got me motivated. How many of us in our districts have a community that does not have a Lions Club in it? This is a great way to get all of your clubs. Look at the hands go up. It was like a Mardi Gras party out there. This is a great way to get our clubs working together and doing service like never before. Daniel, thank you so much for doing that. And Tony, thank you very much for joining in on it as well. That's absolutely awesome, you guys. This is what we're talking about. This is the low-hanging fruit. These are easy things to do and new ideas. Jody, let's start up a panel. Why don't we start up a panel of Q&A here? Because it's always best if we can get some questions out there, we can answer the questions. You got some experts here. If you got a question on traditional clubs or to Karen and how the club was started, or the carnival, the service carnival, in any one of the ways, join together, go ahead, ask some questions. I know there's been some great questions, great interaction on everything we've done so far.
Brian,
So let's go ahead and throw in the chat.
I have a couple of them that we have that, well, everyone's putting their questions in the chat right now. We do have a few of them that came up earlier in the conversation. So let's start with Bob Elliott asked Karen, how much time per week did you spend on building up the new club? Karen, I'm sorry, let me make sure I get you added here.
I think I'm unmuted.
There you go. Yep, you're good.
Yeah.
How much time
We were
per
in
week?
We were in 1 day a week. And then the last 3 months, we were in 2 and 3 days a week as our team expanded. And we were in for about 7 hours every day. And we had a working lunch because most of our appointments were set up at a McDonald's. So we could conveniently meet people at a common area.
Awesome. Thank you, Karen. Next up, Jay, there is a join together question about whether the president of the other organization is also the president of that new Lions Club.
Can they be, or are they?
Yes.
I will tell you in this case that out of the 12 board members, 2 of them are on the officers and they're both on their board. None of them are president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, any of those working positions. They want their volunteers to own that club. So they're letting them run the club their way. And the 2 board members that are on the Lions board are just keeping them focused on why they first started. Not that that's a real problem with them anyway.
Jay, I think we'll ask this question that just popped up from Nancy in the chat on Join Together, as long as we're talking Join Together. Does the $300 fee cover entry fee for all the members or just the charter members?
Charter members.
Charter members only. So
Yep.
it's the same rules for every charter. It's within 90 days of LCI naming the club as a chartered club is the dates that would cover. Perfect.
Yep.
All right, Daniel, Brian brought this up. Who covers the expense, or you already answered this in part. Who covers the expenses for the Service Carnival if you're going to a community that has no Lions Club?
Great question. So one, you can use membership development grant funds. So put that into your plan for the year. 2, you could use a marketing grant funds, because that is the expansion and promotion of Lionism. And 3, if you want to get interesting and inventive with it, you could actually also apply for a Lions Quest promotional grant of $1,500. Which is a rolling grant, and they still have 15 left that are available. People, I hope you're listening to me. $1,500, you all could reach out for a service carnival, but what you have to do with it is you then have to intentionally invite educators, parents, families to come to a session in which you teach them about social emotional learning and the importance of the Lions Quest program, and maybe even use it to start a community-based program running that right out of the library. I literally just had a meeting on Thursday with the Lions Quest specialist and told them about Service Carnivals and that they would be seeing a whole bunch of grants coming from CA1 surrounding promoting Lionism and youth empowerment in libraries, and they seemed fine with it. So there's at least 3 answers of potential ways that you could fund one of these Service Carnivals.
To support what Daniel just told you, I did drop the LCI grant webpage into the chat for you. To access it, you can go on the website and just do the search for grants, and it covers all the grants, whether it's LCIF or LCI, including membership development and all of those. So check that out if you're looking. And as our friend Tracy from staff would tell you, get those membership grants planned now so you can hit the ground running July 1 and have the money in hand so you can go forward and start new clubs. There is a question here from Beth. If a club in your district was recently canceled and you get them back in good standing, does that count as a new club for the challenge? Mr. Sheehan, I think that's you.
Let me address that one. If the club is just reinstated, no, that's a club that already had a previous charter. That charter already been out there. If this is a club that's gone by the wayside, they've been canned for quite some time, and they're going to get a new charter, the new charter is what's going to initiate being able to apply towards that 2-club challenge.
Excellent. Brian Carter's question is very specific about a wild animal rescue organization. Jay, I'm not sure if you're seeing this. They have their own assets, including a 7-acre wetland. I'm on the board and would like to approach the board about becoming a specialty club. I'm concerned about protecting the assets so they do not become property of the Lions. Jay, I think you probably saw that a little bit with Jacob's Voice or some of the other joined togethers you're working with. Can you speak to that?
Yes, since they are 2 separate organizations, there is no crossover of assets. Just as the question that Brian asked, that are you afraid that the 501c3 will lose assets to the Lions Club? No. And in reverse, the Lions Club will not assume any of the obligations that the 501c3 has as far as having to pay for this or that or a sundries or any bills that have been accrued. They are 2 separate organizations that are joined together by a common cause. So yeah, they're 2 separates. That's why we do it that way. The 501c3 stays that way. The Lions Club becomes a 501c4. They are a different, separate organization joined together by one common cause or service.
Excellent. I know there's been a couple of comments in the chat about why aren't we covering Canada in our discussion this evening. This session was really focused from Lions of the United States to help get our Lions of the US CA1 going. We're glad that we've got the international, we're in international border or international clubs. So it's awesome that you're here to join us. Things are also available for Join Together with your version of in Canada of a tax exempt organization. I don't remember what the exact names are for that.
And Jody, I also want to share, we've done those new club development workshops that you and Tracy worked so hard on. We're also sharing those to CA4 and other areas. I mean, so this is a Lions USA event that we're doing. But again, we're all about sharing, and they want to do these things, more power to them. We'll share everything we got.
I have a really hard question, and this one I want you all to think about for a second. The clubs in the district do not trust their district leadership because it has been toxic leadership. How do we re-engage the clubs? They're all just smiling at me. I'm done. That's the question, guys.
Well, I can't imagine anybody ever having that problem, first of all. But we know it happens in every single district. And that's where you've got to have turnover in your leadership. You have to. And you have to be able to listen to new people coming in. It's not easy. And it doesn't happen overnight. But you got to get, and let me tell you one thing, and this is how you can fix it, and this is how you can solve it. You all know about the global membership approach. You all know about the club analysis, the district analysis, the zone analysis, the multiple district analysis, wherever your problem is at, I would suggest that you do a district analysis and you get everybody together to communicate your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities and threats. That's a weakness. And when you point out all your weaknesses, then the whole team and everybody pulls together to make a plan to take care of the weaknesses you have. It's got to be something that everybody gets together, everybody communicates, and they have to listen to you. If you can get not just the people maybe causing the problem doing that, but your entire district or your entire zone or your entire club, to me, that fixes everything.
Anyone else want to jump in on that?
Make sure that they have good mentors who are willing to protect them from the toxic stuff. And that's just, I'll be honest, with a new member, I don't bring them directly to the district. I make sure that they understand that they, you know, are serving their community and they have their aha moment and they've connected with service. And then, you know, by the time I bring them to the district, they're ready, you know, to be able to operate on that level. You know, people often forget, like, Lions can be a whole lot very quickly, right? So, and the moment you show any promise, someone goes, "Hey, you'll be a great district governor. Let's sign you up and let's run." And, you know, I just joined. I need a second to take a deep breath and figure out. So to me, I think that's a part of it, is making sure that they have a good mentor that can then help guide them, and then you ease them into it. You know, they don't expect you know, new members to go to all 4 cabinet meetings right after becoming a Lion, right? How many of you did? I didn't. It took a while to get to that point. And so I think that's an important piece.
And thank you, Daniel. If I can jump in too, you know, we continue to promote new voices, right? It's not front and center, but it is front and center because it's so important to recognize these new voices with these new ideas. It's young people, it's women, it's new people to Lions, period. And we have to entertain their ideas. We have to entertain their thoughts on why they want to be Lions. And so that involves risk sometimes. And we've been talking about this for a while now, that sometimes our clubs feel like they have to take a little bit of a risk because it's a change in their culture. It's a change in the way they're thinking about growth. And we want everybody to think that growth is a positive experience. And that's why the LCI staff makes it so easy for us with all these amazing resources. But we've heard so much from so many people tonight on them taking that chance, taking that little bit of a risk to introduce themselves to new people in their community. It's a beautiful thing, and we're just going to continue to grow this culture going forward.
Can I jump in? We have some new voices money starting June 1st if you want to apply. So the application will be on the website June 1st. Please apply and talk to me if you have questions about new voices.
I have a really important question, and this is one that we have district governor-elects and first vice district governor-elects on this call right now. And it is, if I was one of them, I would be asking, how do I find the Lyns, the Jays, and the Daniels and the Karens in my district? So since you guys are such amazing humans and have overcome so much and are inspiring us, how do we find you and uncover you in our own districts?
You got to keep your eyes open. But more importantly, you got to keep your mind open. You got to be looking for those types of people, and you got to see. And then once you spot one of those people, and this is what happened to me, I came up with every excuse in the book why I could not be a zone chairperson. You have to be there to support them and back them, and you have to have their backs. But you got to go out there and seek them, and you got to get out to the club to find that. We need this changeover.
Right.
Any of the rest of you?
I would like to, I guess, add that in charting new clubs, we always look for fun and positive people. And I think when you're looking for new leadership, you need to look at the same direction, fun and positive people. But the positive attitude, you know, is truly, positives build positives. And if you find the right people that are positive, nothing but fun and positive things will happen. So focus on that, I would say.
If you
And
want,
I also think, sorry,
you go. Yeah.
Okay, in getting out of your house and going to these clubs, but as a friend and see what it is that they are needing. But more importantly, just to blend in with their culture and to expand their horizons and become a friend to them and believe in them. And that will take time, but it also will get you out to start forming your own boards and your future leaders. And then to really encourage our potential leaders to be guiding lions. The more we have, it will drive our future towards that leadership pipeline.
You bet.
I think you need to raise the next generation. We need to start with the Cubs and the Leos and be planting the seeds where we're 20 years down the line. We're helping to develop that leadership group. Make time for people's children and they will make time for you. If you want parents to join, work with their kids. So I think in the long run, all of these ideas, but let's go to the very beginning and form Cub clubs and Leo clubs, and then work on creating real relationships with them so that they want to grow up to be lions.
On that same aspect, Daniel, you guys that are on this call, you're first vice district governors, DGE, and second vice district governors. And the same thing applies. You got to be able to raise that next generation of district members. And they can't be the same ones that you've always had. They can't be the same zone chair people. Go out to your past district governors and send them a survey, send them an email. You're looking for help. You're looking for new leaders. You're looking for new ideas, and get some of that input from them and put them on your cabinet to be able to do those things.
Lyon, Brian, because of time, and we want to be cognizant of everyone's time. Thank you to all of you amazing humans/lions that have been sharing with us tonight. We're not quite done yet, but your insight has really, I hope, motivated a lot of people and opened up some new ideas in ways that you can start and be as successful. So just Brian, you're going to be it here in a second. So just, you can go ahead and keep going with your stuff while I take care of the behind the scenes stuff. How's that?
Thank you, Jody. Thank you much. And I want to start out by a little bit of a chat discussion. I want you guys back involved again. I want you to put in the chat, where are you going to start a club yet this year? I want to hear the name. I want to hear the city of what you're going to do it. And if you don't know the city yet, tell me, is it going to be a join together club? Is it going to be a service carnival? Is it going to be, what is it? What kind of club are you going to get? Is it going to be a specialty club? Is it going to be a traditional club? But I want to see in the chat where you feel you can start up a new club yet this year. And again, I go back to that 2-club challenge. I want to see more of the district governor-elects walking across that stage, but don't just put your name on it again. You have to be involved. You have to be motivated. You got to organize this. You got to be able to drive it, okay? So with that, you guys put that in the chat. And I'm going to share a couple other things that we're going to close out here with. I want to know who wants to be a winning district. The Jesse Robinson Cup.
Rick Myers.
You should all know about it. This is something that was reintroduced and re-brought back in my year as president. This first came out by our third president, Jesse Robinson, of this organization. And one winner from every constitutional area is going to get their name on this cup, and this cup is going to be around forever. It's going to outlive you. You will have the legacy there. You will get miniature cups as well. It's the largest membership growth. And just because you're a district in transition, it doesn't make any difference. It's the percentage of growth that you do. So the largest membership growth by percentage is going to be able to do it, each constitutional area, and you'll get an annual recognition from LCI. It will be introduced again at the USA Canada Forum as well. The next type of recognition I want to remind people of is Lions USA is putting out this beautiful plaque. It's a gorgeous plaque. And this is going to go to the district in each GAT, Global Action Team area, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Whoever starts up the most clubs, because that's what's going to put us over the top, they will get this award. They will get this award from Vice President Mark on stage at the USA Canada Forum. We're going to present that at an appropriate time. And if, say, everybody in that district started up 5 clubs or 6 clubs, the tiebreaker is going to be the total amount of new members in the club, not transferred members, brand new members that you got into this organization. Okay? And that's going to be one for every district. Also, for every district that starts up a new club in 24-25, you're going to get 1 entry in a random drawing. We'll do this at the USA Canada Forum as well. You get 1 entry for every new club you start up. We will pull this, and this is going to be for every GAT area, every Global Action Team area, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. And you're going to be able to get a Melvin Jones for your district that you can present to the person that you want from the district. And again, thank you to Daniel Elkins for donating those. Lori, my wife, has already also donated them as well. But this is going to give everybody an opportunity, whoever started up a club. Another great opportunity to get out there and start these clubs up. I want to talk very quickly. If you're looking for some help, and you still don't know what to do, even after going to these great new club development workshops, if you still want some assistance and you want people to help you, these are the new club coordinators. These are the new club consultants. Take a picture of this screen. If you want somebody to come and help you, but you have to drive it, you have to get the people. They will come in and they will help you. They'll help you canvass the area. They'll do it by a Zoom meeting. They'll do it however that you can work something out to get it together. These are awesome people that have started up clubs before. They know how to start up clubs. They are there at your disposal. And if you want them to come in and help you start up the club, but I'm telling you, help you, you need to learn from them. You need to learn from them so you can do the same thing after this person leaves. So these are our new club consultants. If you want some help in starting up a club yet this year, we had a meeting with them about 2 weeks ago. They know they're going to be getting some calls. Call these people. And they're on the call here tonight too. We invited them along here as well. Please introduce yourself in the chat. Okay, so reach out for help. Here's an opportunity. If you're still scared, if you're still nervous, we want to give you all the resources and all the tools available for you. There will also be a Google Classroom, a certified guiding line. Nothing is more important in starting up new clubs than having certified guiding lions to guide them, to be there, to be at their club meetings, to help them out. Because 50% of the new clubs will be gone in 3 years. Not if you have a great certified guiding line. And they're not only for new clubs. They're clubs that need to have some restructuring. They're clubs that need some remotivation. So on April 1st to June 9th, the Lions virtual crew has put together seminars to be able to do this. You're going to have mentor facilities, live learning labs. You're going to have course reviews. If you want to do your 3-year certification for those who complete the coursework, this is where you get them to. Take a picture of this as well. Bring this out into your district. Let people know this is what we have the capability of being able to do as well.
Lyon Brian, just Brian, whatever title we're going by today.
Pick one out.
We're getting a lot of questions in the chat about sending these items out. We will add all of this into follow-up emails to everyone, to actually all the first and second vice district governors that were invited to this meeting, along with the recording link.
Awesome. Thank you, Jody. And then we've got, again, the Join Together program. Here's a QR code that will help you with the Join Together program. Lyon J. Norby, he's the guru of it. He'll show you how to do it. And this is going to happen on April 30th. Plenty of time yet to start these clubs up, but this is going to be very specific to the Join Together program. You heard the great opportunity and the great club he started up with big time membership. Here's your opportunity to be able to do it. He's going to tell you all about it, understanding the model, about the charities, how to start it up. This is a game changer, just like the Service Carnival. We've given you so many game changers today. And then here is Lions USA. If you want to get videos that have been done, inspiration library, this is going to be a great resource for CA1 to be able to go out there and look at resources. You're looking at ideas. You're looking at how could I do something? This is a great place to go. We also have a Facebook page. Throw your questions and stuff out there too. There's a great, and everybody who's a member of CA1 is part of Lions USA. And everybody who's a member of Canada, you're a part of the Lions of Canada. And we'll work things together. We'll do things together as much as we possibly can in being able to do that. Okay? Let me unshare here. So with that, again, I want to thank you all for spending your time to be able to do this. I want to bring on Pat Van Nett here. Pat, we want to give you an opportunity, and maybe there's any other questions or any other comments from other people. Before we close out here, I want to give Pat Van Nett, first of all, I want to say a great deal of thanks to Pat Van Nett. I know you work day and night, and you are passionate, and you live and breathe membership. And with your guidance, we want to thank you. We want to give you closing comments, and we want to turn it over to Mark.
Thank you so much, Brian. And I want to thank you and VP Mark and all of Lions Virtual and everyone on this call. Do you know how inspiring it is for me to hear all of you and all of your great successes? That just jazzes me up. And I want to thank you so much for that. I want to remind everyone on the call that all of your panelists tonight were in your shoes at one time. And they needed to make a choice. They made up their minds to start and do something, just like Lion Karen said. They started it. They used their best gifts that God gave them to make the next step. And through that, they learned more things that they could do. And they built teams. So 2 things, 3 things. Start. Use your best asset to your advantage and build a team around you, and you will be successful. Just start today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Start now. Thank you so much for all that you do.
Thank you, Pat. And we want to hear from the big girl, the head cheese, the inspirational motivator, Vice President Mark Lyon.
Just Brian, thank you. And PID Pat, we're playing some background music here. It's to motivate you. It's called Right Now. This is what we're talking about. Take action right now. Membership is an action word. We got to keep moving on this thing. We heard about traditional clubs from Karen and Lynn. We heard about the Join Together program from Lyon J. And we heard about the Service Carnival from Daniel. All great ideas. We've got to keep promoting this. We've got to keep moving forward. We're on a great trajectory, everybody, and we've got some great leadership behind this. It crosses the country. We're going to make a difference this year and get a great head start on next year. We're going to turn people's heads and see what we can do in CA1. I am so proud of all of you, and I'm looking forward to some awesome results and some great motivation going forward. Thank you all. Thanks, Just Brian, for letting us be a part of it.
I am so excited. We need to see everybody rocking here, okay? I am so excited. I saw the excitement here. I saw the new clubs being started up. I saw the new clubs that have already been started. Thank you to the panelists. Thank you to everybody on here. Thank you to everybody who joined this. We're going to be doing a lot of these now. We're going to be doing more of them. We know we're zoomed out, but we're going to make them entertaining. I'm excited, and that's a fact, Jack. And it's because of you, because of each and every one of you. Thank you. It is exactly 8:29, so we can sit here and dance for another 60 seconds. Thank you all. You guys are all awesome.
Right now, everybody. Right now.
Watch.
How's the time? We want District Governor-elects to cross that stage. We want you to help them.
We believe in you because we know this mission is possible with you in the lead.
And watch for an email in your inbox so you can share this out with the rest of your team, because it is all about the team. This isn't all on you all. So thanks, everyone. We'll see you down the road.